name is Olivia from Aim Higher Plus, and today I'm going to talk to you about applying for university through UCAS and how that application process works. UCAS stands for University College Admissions Service, and this is the centralised service that students use when applying to university. Everyone who wants to study an undergraduate degree in the UK has to apply through UCAS, and this is how it works. Step number 1 is to register for your account. This is where you will add your personal details, make a username, a password, and set up any security questions. Next, you will add the buzzword that your school, college, or centre has given you. If you're applying independently, you won't have a buzzword, so you may be asked some more questions. Please note that you can only apply once in a UCAS cycle. Step number 2 is to sign in and fill out all of the sections. At this point, you'll need to add in any funding or sponsorship options, your residential status, any special needs or disabilities, and any criminal convictions. Then you'll add in your email address so that UCAS can notify you when your application has been updated. You can give a parent, guardian, or advisor nominated access to your account if you'd like some additional support. The next part to fill out is the additional information section. This is only necessary if you are a UK applicant. In this section, you'll fill out a number of things such as ethnic origin, national identity, any summer schools or taster days that you have attended, care and parental education, and occupational background. These questions aren't compulsory and they won't affect your selection process, and they can just be really helpful for UCAS statistics. Step number 3 is to select your choices. Here you can choose up to 5 courses, and there is no preference in order. That doesn't really come into it, so what order you put in will not make a difference. And the universities and colleges that you apply for won't see who else you've applied for. If you're applying to medicine, dentistry, veterinary medicine, or veterinary science, you can only apply to a maximum of 4 courses in any one of these subjects. If you're applying to the University of Oxford or the University of Cambridge, you can only apply to 1 course at either university. If you're applying for deferred entry, make sure that the university or college that you are applying to accepts deferred entries for that course. Make sure you are familiar with the application deadlines for the courses that you want to apply for. Visit this website to get familiar with those dates and make sure you make a note of all the important deadlines. Step number 4 is to fill out your education history. You must fill out all of your qualifications, whether you already have the results or whether you're still waiting on some results. If your pending qualifications are not listed on UCAS.com, you do still need to add these to your application. But just remember that you'll need to send the results to your chosen college or university when you get them. International students, qualifications are listed by name and country. But don't worry if yours isn't there, you can just add it to the other box. You may have to send proof of these qualifications to the university or college yourself. If for whatever reason you can't find your school exam certificate, then contact the school and the local authority. Next up, you'll need to fill in your employment history. If you've had any paid jobs, whether that be full-time or part-time, this is the section where you can list up to 5 of them. You will need to include company names, addresses, job descriptions, and start and finish dates. If you've done any unpaid or voluntary work, you won't need to include that in this section. You can talk about these sorts of things in your personal statement. Section 5. Now that you've filled out all of that information that I've just been through, it's time for the personal statement. This is your chance to show universities and colleges why you want to study this course and why you'd make a brilliant student. It's important that you get started early. You may make a number of versions of this personal statement, but don't forget you can get teachers and advisors, parents, or other members of your family to check this over for you. Section 6. It's now time to take a final look at your application. At this point, you will check over it and see if you need to make any edits before marking it as complete and saving it. Once you've marked all previous areas as complete, you'll be able to read and agree to the declaration. This allows UCAS to process your information and send it to the correct universities and colleges. You'll then be able to move on to the final section. The final part of your application is to get your reference, pay your fee, and send UCAS your application. A reference is a written recommendation from a teacher, advisor, or professional that know you academically or professionally. Everyone will need a reference unless your university in particular gives you permission not to give one. The application fee is £18 if you're applying to just one course, or £24 if you're applying to multiple courses. It also costs £24 for any late applications that come in after the 30th of June. If you're applying through a school, college or centre, they will let you know when or whether you need to pay them, and they will then pay UCAS. Alternatively, they may tell you to pay UCAS directly by credit or debit card, and you do this before the reference is added to your application. The school, college or centre will then send the application to UCAS on your behalf. If you're applying independently, after the reference has been added, you will need to pay UCAS directly with credit or debit card and then send your application to UCAS. Now that you've sent off your application, you're probably wondering what happens next. University admissions tutors can now have a look over your applications and start to make a decision on whether they want to make you an offer for your chosen courses. Decisions will start arriving in a random order, possibly a few weeks after you apply. If you do seem to be waiting a little bit longer, that might be that the course that you have applied for at that university is particularly popular and they've got a lot of applications to get through. So try not to worry if you don't get letters whilst your friends or family members are receiving their offers, because it doesn't always mean bad news. When it comes to the decision that the admissions tutors make, there are three main categories. First up is an unconditional offer. This means that no further qualifications are required, and as long as you hit all non-academic requirements such as a DBS check, you're in. Next up we have the conditional offer. This means that there may be a few things that you need to achieve before you can attend the university. So it may be that you need to get a specific grade in a specific subject. If you accept the offer and meet the conditions of the offer, then you'll be granted a place. And lastly, we have unsuccessful. This unfortunately means that you have not received an offer to the course that you applied for. However, it may be that one of your other universities or another course that you've applied for is successful, so don't let this dishearten you. If all of your decisions are unsuccessful, still don't allow this to discourage you. There are plenty more opportunities out there for you, and you can actually apply to university again through clearing. Now let's talk a little bit about what to do when it comes to replying to those offers. You will be asked to reply to every offer that you receive, and it's really important that you do that. However, you don't need to reply until you have received all of your offers from all of your chosen universities or colleges. You must reply to each offer with one of three options. Firstly, we have firm acceptance. If you firmly accept an offer, whether this is a conditional or unconditional offer, this means that you are sure that this university and this course is your first choice out of all of the others that you have applied for. If you get the grades required, this means that this will be the higher education course that you take and the university that you end up going to. You can submit this reply only once, and you cannot go back and change or cancel this option. Next up is your insurance acceptance. If you have firmly accepted a conditional offer, you may also hold another offer, whether that be conditional or unconditional, as your insurance choice. If you decline an offer, you are indicating that you definitely do not wish to accept this offer. Don't forget, if you have any worries or queries and want to chat to someone, then the Aim Higher team are here for you. You can head to our website and go to the Speak to Aim Higher page and chat to us about anything to do with higher education or your education process, and we'll be happy to help in any way we can. I hope you found this video useful, and we will see you very soon. Bye!